okay, I'm sorry for being a little bit late, but, actually I'm rather early, but today we need to talk about something that's been really bothering me on Twitch, and that is the obnoxious advertisements. They're getting obnoxiously long, and it's no joke, because this morning I was watching a stream on Twitch of someone playing Super Mario World. And while I was in the middle of the chat, you know how many ads Twitch sent me? Not one, not two. Hold on. I gotta make my game a little quieter. Not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 consecutive ads. And honestly, that kind of ruins the experience for me, because on Twitch there's a lot of streamers are still using Twitch, even though many of them moved to the politically correct platform Kicks. And which right now has less advertisements, but I've never watched a single stream on Kicks yet. But judging by the community guidelines, it looks like it seems too politically correct for me, just because of what topics I usually cover on the channel. Yeah, on top of that, you can miss the action or a good play if there's like 5 ads being shoved in your face. Maybe don't try 10 ads next, or maybe 20 or 50. Probably more than on TV. Which is why I don't even stream on Twitch. I want people to have the full experience, like to hear everything I'm saying. And Twitch doesn't let me do that because of their intrusive ads that they store on Amazon servers. Also, Twitch is extremely woke, and I don't like it. Especially with the season of wokeness being this month. Like, I dreaded returning here, honestly, because of so much. I mean, I'll tell you the truth. Ever since I came back from Japan, my life has been really miserable. Not only because I'm in financial ruin, which is to be expected if you go on a long journey like that, but also there was this awful like wildfire smoke in the east coast of the US, and then there was a rather unfortunate incident where Interstate 95, a portion of Interstate 95 in Philadelphia, burned down to the ground. I mean, after doing hours of research about the incident, it was the equivalent of having like I really don't want to make this comparison though, and I feel sorry for the Kyoto Animation employees who passed away in the fire, but it's equivalent to the Kyoto Animation fire, I guess, in terms of how everything is structured. I'm really sorry, honestly, because Kyoto Animation remains one of my favorite animation studios, and that's the only thing I can come up with right now. But 5 ads, though, that is obnoxious. It gives me only the more reason to close my Twitch account. And even one bad take on Twitch could... Whoa, look at this. That's a pro move right there. Whoa, look at that. Boom. You know what? I gotta save this moment because this is one of the most dramatic shots I've done in Mario Kart. So, just wait a little bit. We're not done yet, but yeah. But Twitch ads. I want to see more moments and less ads. That's why I stream on YouTube and not Twitch. Plus, Twitch deletes VODs like within a few days or something. Let's see. What's the oldest one? The oldest one will have to go. Oh, this one's going because this is from like Wave 2. Wave 3 introduced a lot of gameplay changes, so so this one has to go. Oh wait, you don't delete it like this. You just delete the highlight wheels like this, and I'm gonna go back to DK Summit, and yeah, because I want to have more moments that you can actually enjoy. Also, Twitch is screwing its streamers over because of the $25 like fee that you have to pay if you if you have to like if you get kicked out of the Twitch partner program or whatever it's called, Twitch affiliate program, you could get kicked out, and you had to pay $25 for it. It's not fun, honestly. I just want to have fun watching my streamers and stuff, but the ads on Twitch just ruin it for the viewers. The predatory what is it? Conditions for the Twitch partner program, Twitch affiliate program, about the $25 fee or something. I mean, $25 is really hard to make these days because of Biden inflation. Or something. And many people make a living by streaming on Twitch. I mean, it's time to find alternate platforms. Like, even YouTube has a higher degree of freedom of expression, though still limited, than Twitch. I wish I was kidding, but I really am not. And I just used my blue shell, my super horn on a red shell rather than a blue shell. But there were bananas nearby, so we also gotta talk about something about one of the most woke social media networks ever to exist, and it's called Mastodon. We don't know what it is. When Elon Musk took over Twitter last year, which I thought was pretty brilliant, honestly, because despite him being WEF, he still cares about free speech at a time when free speech is almost dead in the West. Mastodon provided a safe space alternative for those fleeing from Elon Musk. And as a result, their terms of service are so unforgiving towards anyone who does not conform to their policies. Like, seriously. Just for reference, I have a community guidelines violation on YouTube. But had I done something like this on Mastodon, Twitch, or even Kicks, which is a replacement platform for Twitch, then I would have got banned already. Like, we're inching closer and closer to communist China levels of censorship. Now, I know a lot of people in mainland China are against their government, but even then, too many people just in the divided states just want to conform to the latest trends, even if that means they have to give up their constitutional rights. And the most important constitutional right for me is the First Amendment. Because, yes, there are some cases where it could be harmful, but you should be able to voice your opinion on something in a respectful manner without having to get cancelled by someone. And now you can get cancelled for even making the slightest politically incorrect statement, which is really sad because political correctness was invented by Mao Zedong, who literally killed like 750 million people or something at maximum. So for the SJWs in the US and other places in the West to implement Mao Zedong's revolutionary practice of Mao Zedong thought or political correctness, no. It's very dangerous. Because I already got hit by a community guidelines violation in February 2021. And this and if I do get a community guidelines strike from this stream, I will not be able to stream for the rest of this month. Plus I'm also busy with family too, so there's that. Like, just 9 years ago, you had films like The Interview. While it was kind of offensive to me, it was overall like really funny, but the movie's not good. It's so bad it's good type of territory movie, because everything's just so exaggerated about the movie, The Interview, except the fact that Kim Jong-un does wield nuclear weapons, and it's really dangerous. I heard a jail alert was issued when North Korea tried to launch their spy satellite at the end of last month. It was issued in Okinawa. But they can't make films like this anymore because of the SJW cancel mob. Like, Mastodon is really unfriendly, and you should also consider what happened when Hogwarts Legacy came out. People were given death threats. I mean, the SJW mob were giving death threats to whoever played the game. Like, playing Hogwarts Legacy should not be a death penalty. Yet the SJWs think so. That's against the law. Yet they weren't punished. So basically those SJWs, because they're fighting for social justice, they're above the law, while if you don't conform with them, you'll be treated below the law. Like, even those who like Harry Potter are being treated below the new social law order in the West. And out of all the G7 countries, I feel like Japan has the highest degree of freedom of expression. Because those so-called Western democracies are starting to restrict speech in a way never seen before. people get offended too easily in the West. And and the other day, I was just contacting my friend, and I told her that I wanted to move to Russia, and she says a lot of people are actually considering moving to Russia, by the way. Which I'm not sure how true it is, but it sounds like an offer. Because I'm tired of woke culture so much that I might just sell all my stuff and move somewhere that's not woke, like Japan or Russia. Even Vietnam is less woke than that. Despite being ruled by a communist party, Vietnam is less woke, and I can tell. I got shot down too. So there is something that I do want to talk about before I leave the stream today, and that concerns the recent string of earthquakes that Japan has been facing lately. Because there were 2 earthquakes today in Chiba Prefecture, and I don't know. It seems like Chiba Prefecture has been getting a lot of earthquakes lately. So, is it a foreshadow for the Tokyo Megathrust earthquake or something? I don't know. But I do not want to see a tsunami destroy one of the best cities in the world. Honestly, I do not want to see it. It would be really scary, and it's gonna be really sad. Because given the destruction of the 2011 Fukushima earthquake, the Tohoku earthquake and tsunami, it was very devastating. And within the Fukushima Daiichi power plant radiation zone, the gaming industry has never moved on from the PS3 era, according to pictures taken in 2016. Which is kind of sad, honestly. It feels like the place is stuck in time due to terrible mismanagement by TEPCO, which is the Tokyo Electric Power Company. And they have done too much to cover up the devastation of Fukushima Prefecture. Joban Line did not reopen until right after the pandemic started, which means that people who want to explore more of the Pacific coast of Japan weren't able to because of lockdowns and then the Japanese border closures, which ended on October 11, 2022. The remaining restrictions were lifted last month, which means that you can now go to Japan as if it were before the pandemic. I'll check chat later. But what you have to say is, you know that Twitch is engaging in predatory practices against its streamers. And maybe YouTube is too. Except I only choose YouTube because I still have, yet to build up a following on alternate platforms. Also, Reddit's kind of imploding as well because a lot of subreddits have become private due to the fact that Reddit's is catering to advertisers and charging egregious fees for its application programming interface or API usage. Now, why did I have to say the whole thing out instead of abbreviation? It's because our country has become too woke. Even as an Asian American myself, I do not approve of Asian Pacific Island Month, Pacific Heritage Month, or whatever it's called. I think that's just a way to I don't know, make it would. I mean, I'll do a little bit ranting about 2021, but it was the absolute worst year of gaming due to extreme price hikes due to scalpers and miners. Like those who mine cryptocurrency or something. It was just absolute chaos. But now you can buy a RTX 3060 12 gig for less than $250 before tax, which is a steal compared to the $1,000 you've been paying just 2 years ago. So I'm just gonna view the highlight reel, and I gotta show you a website because okay, I pulled up the window, and I'm gonna change the thing to English. So I'm just going to have to open up Mario Kart. I mean, close out Mario Kart and open up a window capture. Let's see. Okay. So here is the earthquake information for the seismic intensity. So northeastern Chiba Prefecture. So the strongest was over there. It's even though it poses no tsunami risk, it might be a forecursor to the or precursor to the Tohoku, or not to the Tokyo megathrust earthquake. It's really scary, honestly. So here's the whole but this is not the only earthquake that happened on today, even though it's almost midnight in Japan. Because just 10 minutes earlier, there was another earthquake. It was magnitude 4, had seismic intensity of 2 on the JMA Shindo scale, and yeah, it's kind of scary how there are 2 consecutive earthquakes. And I was watching a live stream as well, so yeah. There's also a site called that the Japanese government has set up, and it just talked about several things that happened in 1923 on September 1st. So in 1923, Japan's GDP was only like what's 100? Was it? I don't know, but the percentage of GDP compared to the disaster damage was pretty high. It was 37% of Japan's GDP at the time. Then the next major earthquake that happened was the Hanshin Awaji earthquake, which was magnitude 7.3, and it even knocked down one portion of an expressway. Like there was a photo of let's see. there was an incredible picture that was shown. Like it was even shown in American textbooks as well, or in American books as well, because of how like significant it is. Well, let's open the image in a new tab. Yeah, it it was a miracle that people were made it out alive. And I feel like that nowadays expressways, urban expressways in the U.S. must have like exit stops or something because we're lacking in that category. So yeah, and then we had the Tohoku earthquake and tsunami, which had a magnitude of 9.0, and there was a lot of people who, yeah. Hello, Joshua. I just returned from Japan, and there have been too many earthquakes in Japan lately, so it caused a ton of damage. And even though it was 3% of Japan's GDP at the time, however, the problem is the US dollar was very weak during the 2011 earthquake and tsunami. Like, I heard the lowest the US dollar got against the yen was only 75 yen per dollar. If we look at today's exchange rates, which I'm going to which I'm going to check the exchange rate for yen. You have to scroll a little bit because or no, I'm gonna type it. It's now 141.36. I had a fun trip there, but ever since I came back from Japan, it was miserable here in the US. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say for this stream because um unfortunately an appliance that I had, which was made by Samsung, broke down in my house, and some repairmen are coming over to fix it today. So this is Lucas Notch. I'll see you on the next stream, which is either going to be later this month or yeah, or maybe next month. Either later this month or next month. So peace. That's all I wanted to say for this stream because um unfortunately an appliance that I had, which was made by Samsung, broke down in my house, and some repairmen are coming over to fix it today. So this is Lucas Notch. I'll see you on the next stream, which is either going to be later this month or